Guys, I can't pronounce my YouTube channel name, but I'm back. I know I just made another video like 3 minutes ago where I'm filming, but I'm trying to upload as many videos as I can as I've been absent for a couple of years. So if anyone's watching this, I'd like to say hello, and I am a Jurassic Park fan, and I'm making Jurassic Park stuff. This is a custom story that I created that takes place in Jurassic World before the events. It's kind of during the events of Jurassic World. Nublar is still a park, and the Indominus Rex is dead. Let's get to the video. It was a normal day in Jurassic World on Isla Nublar. A new T-Rex had arrived, named Gavalier. The night that he arrived, a tropical storm had hit and had knocked out the power. Gavalier had taken advantage of that and had escaped his pen. While escaped, he massacred many people, which included InGen soldiers, scientists, and regular park civilians. During the massacre, they tried to stop him, but everyone who tried to get in his way had been killed. The next day, most of the dinos in the park were missing from their enclosure, and the park scientists knew they had gotten out. A random park civilian, or park goer, had gone out to see if there were any dinosaurs in their enclosure. Little did he know, he was being stalked by one of the most fast dinosaurs the park had to offer, the Velociraptor. The Velociraptor stalked him his entire way through the park, and when he realized it was already too late, the raptor pounced on him, biting through him and tearing through his skin. No matter what he'd do to try and get the raptor's jaws off, it was futile. The raptor had paralyzed him by jumping on his back and stabbing him with his foot claws. The raptor had ripped him apart. When the raptor was found by InGen soldiers, they immediately opened fire, not knowing what to do. The soldiers had managed to wound the raptor enough that it would fall over and would not be able to do anything. They had the raptor killed with the assault rifle that one of them were carrying, as it was too dangerous to keep around. There were two InGen hunters, or mercenaries as people would call them. They were sent to hunt down a new dinosaur introduced to the park, known as a Tyrannodon. Tyrannodon. I don't mean to spell that one, I'm sorry. The mutant dinosaur, the D-Rex, had escaped its captivity and was running around rampant, smashing and eating or slicing up anything in its path. There were parts throwers and civilians everywhere, trying to see the dinosaurs. Little did they know, the end of their lives would be near. A man named Dennis was running from the D-Rex when a group of InGen soldiers came in to try and stop the D-Rex's rampage, but to no avail, as they were all crushed by the D-Rex. The D-Rex had accidentally paralyzed Dennis and was approaching him. The D-Rex was not able to really sense where Dennis was. Dennis thought he was safe if he just did not move. But the D-Rex had other plans. It sensed a little bit of movement from Dennis, and it stomped its tail out to finish him. Dennis was crushed. But another new dinosaur, known as the Apatosaurus, had wandered around and had encountered the D-Rex. The D-Rex saw them as threats, and it decided to eat them and kill them. It bit off the limbs of one, and crushing the second one with its claws. A third one had managed to dodge, but would not be alive for longer, as the T-Rex's rampage split to two. The bodies were piling up around the T-Rex. The Therizinosaurus had come in to stop it, but the Therizinosaurus was paralyzed after being attacked by another dinosaur, and had died from its wounds. After, a Velociraptor came in to try and kill the T-Rex. The T-Rex had hit it with its tail, sending it flying and landing on its back against the wall, paralyzing it once again. The T-Rex charged in anger to try and kill the Velociraptor, but now as it was blind, it can only rely on sound and sense of movement. It was not able to sense where it was until the Velociraptor started flailing out in pain. When it stomped out the Velociraptor with its massive front claws. A man named Carlo was hanging off of a helicopter, trying to escape the rampage that was happening down below. While he thought he was safe, he wasn't. An Indominus Rex variation of an Indominus Rex that started giving chase to the helicopter. As the helicopter started trying to avoid the Indominus was able to jump high enough and snatch the man off the helicopter. The helicopter started descending as it took damage, and the inhabitants inside knew they were about to meet their end to Indominus Rex. The Indominus had crushed the helicopter, killing everyone inside. That was the end of Karu. A group of parkgoers were running away from the chaos that they were hearing, and two Utah raptors stopped them in their track. These raptors were aggressive and had not had anything to eat in a while. These were the perfect mix of meals. The Utah raptor coming from behind, pounced on one of them, paralyzing him using its front claws. As one of them ran, they realized that the Utah raptor was right in front of them, and it killed him. One of the Utah raptors had killed two of the members of the group. One of them was staring with his death right in his face, before I lunged and stabbed it with its claws and teeth. He eventually would be grabbed by the head. The Utah raptor had bitten his face off. The other one finished both of them with two stabs to the head and neck. They had all been killed by the Utah raptors. Utah raptors got their next meal, but were soon killed by a T-Rex. Everyone knows this T-Rex is Rexy. Another new dinosaur known as the Jawshocker was running around, like rampant, but it would meet its makers very soon. As a T-Rex named Big E.T., I don't know if that one was dead or not, was standing in front of it, defying its law of death. Big E.T. was stalked immediately by the Jawshocker's abilities. But the Big E.T. pressed forward and ended up killing the Jawshocker. But Big E.T. would die soon after due to electrical wounds. The other bear that was not killed had also escaped his enclosure and was running rampant like the other dinosaurs. This buggy parkgoer thought that he could tame the bears, as it was not being aggressive as much, not knowing that they were blind and deaf. Then they relied on movement and the sense of touch. And he was crushed to death by the bear's strong claws. The D-Rex was continuing its massacre until another dinosaur known as the Dientosaurus, had come in his path. The Interest was like a bird. He did not have teeth to fight with. The T-Rex lunged at it, trying to bite at its head, but its protective outer shell was able to keep it safe. The Interest's jaw was the most common thing to T-Rex, as it pecked through its skin. But it was too late for the Interest. Its back was unprotected and vulnerable, and so was its stomach. The T-Rex bit through its neck and stomach, ripping its intestines out as it collapsed onto the ground. The T-Rex had won, but with its own injuries, it went back to its enclosure and soaked in water. A pack of Dimetrodon was hunting down people. A pack of 5 Dimetrodon. This unlucky Melon was killed by them, as the leader of the pack and their alpha killed them. The alpha was the biggest, obviously, and another park goer thought that he contained the alpha before the alpha had killed him. The alpha had pounced on him and whipped him limb from limb, making sure he was dead when a new threat arrived to the Dimetrodon.